Like I have been saying and posting in my videos, it is a powerful truth and a fact that people always act from their own perceptions, assumptions, their own energy and karma, what it is like. So how they feel within themselves, about the world, about other people, it will be shown. And of course this is very toxic when we are dealing with toxic people, narcissistic people, immature people who do not know how to communicate properly and how to show authentic respect to other people. So it is very painful. So because you are a sensitive empath, highly sensitive person, earth angel, starseed, a God's chosen one, you have been attacked and hurt by toxic people ever since you have been a small child, likely, because usually this is a pattern that happens to people like us. And so I just want to remind you that now it is your time to be letting go of all of this kind of energy, because we can always choose if we take something as growth and lessons, or do we stay in those toxic, negative feelings and emotions and thoughts. So again, all that they do is project their own issues onto others. And unfortunately, usually it is us empaths and highly sensitive people, earth angels, who are the victims, the targets, because they see how kind we are and they think that it's okay to be treating us in that way. And they might be intentional or not, it doesn't ultimately matter, because it is no excuse anyway to be treating anyone like that. So we all have our human worth, and we must hold on to that and to our own principles and boundaries. And some of you had replied to my polls that you wanted to hear about how to deal with toxic random people attacking you. Of course, I've been talking about this topic before in my videos and posts, but this was just coming to me again yesterday, because I encountered a few people again who were practicing this, who work at positions at healthcare, who are supposed to be, you know, helping people, giving advice, but it does not really work that way. Because like I have been saying in my videos, at least here in my country, well, I'm sure that this happens everywhere in the world, because again, we can never know who is being a narcissistic person, a toxic person. We cannot always expect for someone to be like that. And of course, it's not normal to get used to people like that and always be like scared and afraid and expecting the worst. Of course, you don't want to live like that either. It's not a healthy way to live either. But of course, there has to be understanding and awareness and these tools to be able to handle these situations. So, like I have been saying before, here, when it comes to many companies, healthcare systems, overall the the entire system here doesn't really seem to work from what I have seen. And for example, like apartment companies being narcissistic and just after money and power. And also now I've been really witnessing this in the healthcare industry. That's apparently they don't know how to serve people or be empathetic or compassionate towards people who need those things. So again, of course, it can be also the Jezebel spirit or some sort of a other demonic spirit entity or monitoring spirits, because apparently those can keep on attacking us, chosen ones, through other people. So this is a painful truth that I have also had to understand and learn. And that is why I also want to be talking about this. And so it really makes a difference when you are really dealing with a person who has that sort of a spirit. And once again, usually when I needed the right kind of information and help and support and all those things, usually I have not been able to find them, and then I realized that I would have just been fine just listening to my intuition and trusting myself. But anyway, so the number one key, I think, is to just understand that these people are just projecting their own issues. If something like this happens, that they're attacking you, yelling at you, because they just want to make their point across. They don't care about you and your needs, no matter how sick you are in that situation and you need help and support. Because again, they can be covert narcissists or overt narcissists, the worst kind of malignant narcissists. And they just want all the power and control. They want to be right in everything. They don't want to be wrong. They cannot accept any feedback, any kinds of disagreements, any kinds of normal, healthy opinions and boundaries. They don't know how to communicate normally, properly, in a calm, respectful manner. They just don't have these skills within them. All they have is the will to have all the power and control and the money and to be right, to have your energy and power to themselves. And again, of course, the only way out of this is that you react as little as possible and forgive yourself for whatever you've been feeling about this. Just forgive yourself and try to forgive them as soon as possible as well, so that you can release them from your energy field, from your mind, because you don't want to stay in those energies. So remember that, they're just projecting their issues. It's about them. It's not about you. They don't know what they do. If they did, they would not be acting that way. So demon or not, but you have to be able to have peace. And as always, you recognize a narcissist by how they treat you, by how they talk to you, and how their energy feels like to you, because they will be attacking you, they will be talking over you, yelling at you. They want to make their point across. They want to have what they want from you, which is their energy, which is your energy, your kindness, your empathy. And of course, if it has to do with money or anything else, material, they want those things from you. So usually they don't just give up just like that. They will try to walk all over you as long as they possibly can. Because again, they have no empathy or compassion towards you or your situation. So, for example, a narcissistic doctor or a nurse or a mental health frontline volunteer can be acting like this towards you because they don't really care about you and your situation. They are there for the all false reasons and to have power and control over vulnerable people. And this is, of course, very toxic and very unacceptable. And no matter how much you try to set your boundaries with them, if you raise your voice at them, they will just be practicing reactive abuse. Because their goal is always to have all the power and control and manipulate people. And this is just how they act and how they feel and how they think. There is no other option for them. And of course, it is very dangerous when they first can seem so trustworthy and kind, and you end up opening up to them and then they attack you. So this is again, of course, playing with your mental health. It is serious emotional abuse. And reactive abuse, when they really put you in that small corner and try to force feed their abuse to you. And usually, of course, they get triggered if you tell them honest feedback or criticize them in some ways, because their ego is so fragile. So they cannot handle any kinds of criticism or take accountability or responsibility like a normal person does. So this is again very, the energy is very heavy and it's very immature and toxic behavior. But this is the pattern of how they behave. And again, you should not be internalizing it because it's not about you. It is about them and about their issues. So my self-help book will help you recover and be creating, manifesting a better, happier life for yourself, to become unstuck from these kind of experiences. And if you need one-on-one help and support, don't hesitate to reach out and book a call with me. So I would be happy to work with you one-on-one on your healing path to empowerment as a sensitive person after these kinds of very traumatic, horrible experiences. And I'm a survivor as well, so everything that I teach and talk about are also from my own personal experiences. So again, when you really understand this pattern and how it works, how they act, what the truth really is, no matter how much they keep on denying your boundaries and your truth and everything about you, but you should not be denying your boundaries and yourself and the truth, how things are. So keep on reminding yourself, because you cannot be healing from these kind of experiences if you don't support yourself, if you don't keep on reminding yourself of how things really are, how the truth is, what the truth is. So keep reminding yourself, be healing yourself, be backing yourself up. And if you need more help and support, grab my self-help book on Amazon. It will also help you to recover.